What's good, my brother?
What's good, yo? What's good?
Ain't nothing chilling, man. How you been feeling lately, dog?
I've been feeling good, man. I've been feeling real good. Training been going good. Still preparing for the high rocks.
Yeah, how that's been going?
That's going good, man. This month about to end. This was a part of my hardest month of training. I've been doing 5 miles every day for the whole month of February.
5 miles is crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been seeing, and that's how you know the internet is real or they listening, something going on. But I've been seeing a lot of high rocks things coming up on my timeline, people seeing it. And the funniest one I seen so far was they got the reality versus Instagram high rocks. Mm-hmm. And just seeing how now I'm noticing that now they got trainers just for high rocks. They got the reality versus, like I just said, the reality, and just seeing how people be actually dying in that junk.
No, because it's like High Rocks is a new CrossFit event, and it's numerous exercises and numerous running. And there's no really specific way you could train for it. I feel like I've been studying the guys that's been like the best High Rocks performers, and the way they take it on is pretty much training your body to a deficient nature, like training your body to complete dead, so that when you do get in this race, you know how I feel to be at the bottom and be able to push over the hump. Because once you hit that wall, that monkey in your back, you either gonna panic or you're gonna keep going. And most people panic because they don't train to the end. Yeah. So that's why I've been doing this whole month of February. I've been training and running 5 miles at a fast pace for the whole month. Cause like I say, the run, you gotta do a 1,000-meter run.
See, that's wild.
And then you gotta do whatever exercise.
I ain't gonna lie, to me, the running look like it's not that bad, but it look like it's that bad after you do, cause I seen like they gotta do the sled push. That jump look like it's like 300-something pounds on there.
It's like 385 after you do a 1,000-meter run. So you gotta understand. So 385 pounds pushing the sled is hard already. Right. And then you got to push that for 100 meters.
You got to push, and then I seen them pulling.
Yeah, and that's another exercise. So after you do the 100-meter sled push, you do another 1,000-meter run, and then you got to do a sled pull for 100 meters. Yo, if anybody that know about track and field, and you know how far 100 meters is, just to run that is far. You're talking about pushing 385 pounds after running 1,000 meters. So it's about strength. It's about strength endurance. It's about mental toughness. It's about breaking through that lactic acid. Because that's why I'm running and doing things to the extreme, try to push my body and be able to break through that lactic acid. So when I do get in this race, my body know how I feel to be at that component, and I'll be able to know to get over that wall.
Yeah, because it's a lot to it, man. And then y'all gotta do, what is it, broad jump or the lunges? Yeah. All of that stuff. I'm
burpee
looking
broad jumps for 100 meters, 200 meters.
That's wild.
After you run, so just think about burpees. Just talk about burpees. Burpees by itself.
I hate burpees. I don't even see the point of burpees.
So burpees by itself is one of the hardest workouts, because it spikes your heart rate so fast, and it's hard to get you can never get your heart rate back down because you constantly jumping and going to the ground. Now you add in a broad jump with the burpee, and then they make it so technical. Your feet got to be set a certain way. You got to land a certain way. You got to get up a certain way. So it's all technical. So it's more mental. It's a more mental aspect to it. I ain't saying there's all this going on after you run 1,000 meters, and you got to understand. You can go out there and jog at 1,000 meters if you want to, but in fact, we out here competing. So most people out there gonna be running 1,000 meters trying to be at a 6-minute cadence pace or something like that, even faster. So you come in off 1,000 meters running that fast, and you want to get your heart rate composed to get on the exercise. It's a lot, man. So I'm training my body to the best that I can, best of my ability, so I can be somewhat ready for this race. Because there's no way, I don't feel like there's no way you're gonna be 100% ready, but you got to train, you got to prepare, and it's the only way I feel like you can prepare. So
yeah, but that 380 pushing and pulling, and then that look crazy.
Yeah. I think the hardest one is gonna be the lunges, bro. You got to lunge 200 meters with 45 pounds. 200-meter lunging, walking lunging, your knee got to hit the ground every time.
Yeah, that's wild.
And like I say, they want certain form and technique on your lunges, bro. You ain't just want to be speed with lunging through. None of that, boy. It's a lot. But like I say, I'm preparing for it, man. I was
just gonna say, like, is it really a preparedness for it? Cause, all right, let's just say you get super excited. Now your muscles tight.
Right.
Now all of
That's
these
why-
different things that you didn't train for
Right. And
come into play.
And stuff like that, you can't train. You can't train for adrenaline. You can't train for stuff like that. That natural body things that's gonna happen to your body when the race comes. But what you can train for is training your body to the deficient level. So that's why I say I'm running these miles at super fast pace, killing myself. I do all this right, 5 miles at 7-minute pace,
Like you
kill
sprinting.
myself. Then I come to the gym and work out while I'm dead. I don't work out while I'm fresh. I'm doing all this while I'm dead. So now I know how my body feels while I'm dead. And then when I'm doing my high watts workouts, I know all of the weights we supposed to be doing for the workouts. So I'm doing 10 to 20 pounds over each exercise weight.
Yeah.
Dead. So now when I get there, that weight I'm gonna be doing it's gonna probably feel a little lighter. And then now I know how I feel dead. So if I do, like I say, my heart rate do spike too fast, or I do get too excited, my adrenaline hit too hard, and I do probably get winded too fast, I know how I feel while I'm winded already. I know that feeling right now because I done did it and do my training. So now I can know how to recover, or I know how to recover. You feel me? So I know these feelings. So I don't want to get there and like, dang, I hit the wall so fast. I didn't ever felt that doing my training. So now I'm panicking and I don't know how to readjust myself.
Right.
I know how to readjust myself because I done did it through training.
So through all of that, right? I want to know how important is self-care to you, because I was thinking the other day, and one of my friends, she actually do nails and things like that, and she been seeing me run and, you know what I mean, get more into fitness, and she just was like, hey, you need to take care of your feet, because I had a blister on my toe. One of my toenails had turned black, and it really just came from just running consistently, running a lot of miles and things like that. So how important is self-care to you? I wanted to get your opinion on it because it dawned on me, like, when I was sitting in her chair, and it just was like, dang, this actually feel good, because I've never been the person to even care about getting my feet done. And I done played football. I done a lot of things. And it's like self-care to me was just like, I take care of myself. I eat good. I work out. So that's self-care.
Well, no, self-care goes a little bit broader than that, a little deeper than that. And I feel like self-care is very, very important. And people ask me all the time, man, how come you never really that sore? How come you able to run these miles and your feet and your stuff don't be bothering yourself? Because I practice self-care. You know, I go and get my feet done. Not for the way these girls do it, but I go to get my feet massaged. I go get the excess skin scratched off my feet. You know, I get my shins massaged. I go get body massages. I do yoga for zen and peace to get my mental health and my serenity right. So I practice even when I'm in the shower, bro. I'm in the shower. I shower. Then once I finish shower, I still need the hot water for at least probably another 10 minutes and stretch in the shower. Do stuff like that to come one with myself and, like I say, practice self-care and self-love. That's how I'm able to, be optimal all the time. People ask, how you, man, you getting older every year, but you're getting older, but your body getting young, because I'm practicing self-care and I'm prioritizing that.
I ain't gonna lie, I think self-care is very important. And then, like I said, when I was sitting in her chair, that made me sit with this thought and say, dang, I see why women live longer than men. Because most men that I know, they don't do no self-care. Like, the only way it probably take for me to go get a massage, I gotta be hurt, and it's just like, all right, I gotta go get a massage, it's not on my back, or my legs sore, and we went and did the hydro thing where we sat in the little salt thing. It takes like an extreme event for me to actually go get certain things done.
Enough for me. I'm always trying to get a massage.
I came across this video, and I just want to show the people and give our reaction to, the importance of self-care. Is it even important? So let's start this video.
Life lessons, we are tackling the topic of self-care.
According to a recent study, only a third of adults in this country engage in daily self-care practices. Well, we're about to fix this.
Only a third of adults engage in self-care practices.
That's crazy.
32% of U.S. adults engage in daily self-care practices.
So now that made me,
and it's the U.S., y'all. This the U.S.
That made me think now, because I thought more women do self-care than anybody.
That's crazy.
But 32%?
Well, you got to think about it, man. Think about it in the U.S., man. All we know is work.
Fast pace.
All we know is work and survive. That's why the U.S., man, That's why we're so far behind other countries, man. Because other countries, they prioritize self-care. They prioritize human life and human development, and we just prioritize the human dollar.
Yeah.
And the currency and what it can do for the, so yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Like I said, I thought more women actually get more involved. I know men don't do self-care.
But even when it comes to self-care, right? Like you say, sitting down, getting your feet done, right? Or going to get a massage. You can do all that, but you got to be intentional while you're doing it. Because I know some people that get massages, but they still be working on their phone while they getting massages. So you're not really getting the full effect of the self-care.
Yeah.
You're not really locked in and taking in what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to be for you. So
Yeah.
you got to really detach from everything else so you can be into that
We're
self.
about to fix that. Real Williams is a life and relationship coach and the founder of Realism.
Hell, I be second guessing seeing these gurus on the internet,
So
but
we've heard the term self-care.
let's
but
hear her
it means
out.
different things to different people. How do you define
That's a fact.
self-care?
My favorite quote that I just came across highlights 3 understated parts of that, okay? So part of self-care is self-awareness, self-control, and self-reliance for the betterment of our lives. That's simple as that.
It's self-reliance.
Yeah,
There's
very
a
understated
definition.
part.
There are lots of different ways that you can take care of yourself. What are some of the ways?
Very much so. So there's mental, there's emotional. Are we holding on into weights that we need to let go of? Then there's the social. I mean, do we need to pull back? I think that's the most popular one, people pulling back from social media or things like that. Or do we need to engage more and cultivate more relationship with others? So I think there's plenty.
For me, the social part, I think that's big. I think a lot of people, say that, and I know you don't agree with the social thing, but to me, I feel that it's important, and they say social battery and all of that stuff, but for me, it's just really like the attention that I pay to social media, and it's not intentional. Cause like I said, right now, I've been studying options and just trying to learn that, and then I noticed that where like during my times of reading and trying to understand, I'm sitting there like, oh snap, hold on, let me check it. And then I put my phone down 5 minutes later, oh snap, let me check it. And it just like, I'm not even looking at nothing. I don't even care for what I'm even looking at. It's just like the pull of it, you feel what I'm saying? So that's why I deleted my personal social media. And if I ain't on there for business, looking up different ideas or trying to get, run ads or trying to get different clients, it's like, for me, social media is not important. Like, you know what I mean?
Social media, see, the thing about social media, if people could be disciplined with it, it could work for you. When you're not disciplined with it, it could work against you. So I just feel like you need to be intentional and be disciplined with it. That's with anything in life, Yeah, it can be a distraction for you if you're not disciplined with it.
All right.
Like for me, I run social media for the business. I got this run club, I got a gym, and then I got my personal. Then I got the TikTok and Facebook. I run all type of social medias, but it don't run me, and it don't distract me from anything I gotta do or none of my priorities. Cause I set out and I be intentional when I get on it, and I set out and I be disciplined on it. And when I'm done with it, I'm done with it. I move it out my way.
Yeah.
Like you say, I don't. When I'm done with it, I don't sit down and be thinking about, I gotta get on my phone for something. Nah, man. Like it all comes. It's a discipline factor, man. You gotta just lock in and just be disciplined. That's with anything in life. Anything can be a distraction to you. Too much of anything that's bad can be a distraction for you. So,
I do agree that sometimes you probably just need to pull away from it. And they top self-care: emotional, mental, relational, social, and physical. I think the top 2 for me would be social. Far as relational, I think it's important that you have relationships that support you.
Right, meaningful relationships.
Yeah, I don't think like at the age I'm at now, having just somebody just to be around you to talk negative,
man.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't need nobody around me talking negative.
I hate pessimistic mindsets. I hate negative mindsets. I hate low energy. I need people that's around me that's on the same vibe and frequency, that's on the same trajectory as me, that's uplifting, that's optimistic, and that's positive. That's all I want to be around. Like I said, we could be in 2 different industries. As long as we're optimistic,
and we're
positive, and we on the up and up.
Speaking life into each other. Because I ain't gonna lie, it was one relationship I felt like that it didn't benefit me, and it was from one of my mentors, because I just felt like once I started wanting to do something on my own besides a job, he started like feeling some type of way towards me. Like he used to be like, "Oh, you starting that little gym and things like that," and I'm like, "Dang!" Like you would think that this person would be more supportive of what I'm doing, but it was more like, "All right, this relationship not benefiting me no more." Like, yeah, you give me great advice and things like that, but on top of that great advice, you try to bring me down and like not support what I want to do.
Because the great advice he was giving you was a benefit to him.
Right.
Because you like he your mentor, and the things you was doing was up under him to benefit him. Now you from the practice self-care and self-love and go on a road for yourself, so that don't benefit no more. So now the things you want to do for yourself is that little thing. It's that. So now he's gonna try to throw a little negative drops in it and try to distract you to hope you don't want to do that no more and come back and do what he wants you to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it just like, it was like, they call it purging, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not into all these new terms or anything. I don't like identifying with none of that type of stuff. But as you get older, you start to realize people that's for you and people that's against you. Like, and I think it don't even be intentional. I think it's just
relationship ended.
Yeah,
just
makeup of people.
Hit the ceiling, the road ended. This is my mentor for this season. I learned what I learned from him. We grew our relationship to a certain point. Now it's time to move on.
Yeah.
The thing with people nowadays is they try to prolong relationships. They try to drag people along. They try to pull them along. Everybody can't come.
Right.
Everybody not meant to go where you're going.
Fact.
This is like a relay. The baton was taken to the next baton. Now that baton is still at that point. Now you move the baton to the next place.
Right.
It's a relay of life. So yeah, everybody can't go, and just because people try to drag, 10 year, they try to use the 10 year. I knew you for so long. You did so much for me. I just listen. It's nothing.
Yeah, some people do hold on to a lot of relationships that were, and this may sound selfish, but it don't benefit you. It's like, what's the point of you being in this relationship with somebody, whether it's a mentor, girlfriend, friend, if it's just negative? Like if I always get on the phone with you and it's a negative conversation, or you not supportive of what I'm doing, it's just like,
or it's not even. It's like I say, even if it don't be negative, right? It could be just a stagnant conversation where it's no progress in the convo.
Progress in the conversation.
Even if y'all probably ain't talk about nothing negative, but we ain't talk about nothing at all.
Right.
So what's the point?
Right.
That's a form of negativity to me, because if you ain't got nothing positive, progressive to say in a convo, that means there's no conversation to be had it.
Right. And that's the level I'm at right now too.
Let's see what she got to say. What else she got to say? So we got the forms on self-care, the emotional, mental, relational, social,
do we
and
need to
physical.
pull back? I think that's the most popular one, people pulling back from social media or things like that. Or do we need to engage more and cultivate more relationship with others? So
Yeah,
I
we
think
do need to engage and cultivate more
the
too.
physical and the external.
Get out our
the
bubble.
internal affects our external. So that's my
I think the physical is more important.
Oh yeah,
It's very important. I ain't gonna say
It's the
more.
most important because
relationships that maybe
if you're not physically, if you're not in a good physical position, you can't do nothing in life.
And I think physical bring a lot of clarity. It gives a lot of self-confidence.
Yeah, all that. All that. You can't even be in a good mental space if you're not in a good physical space. They coexist.
Yeah.
So
maybe you want to cultivate more connection in a particular relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic either. So I think that's a part of caring for yourself is, pouring into your cup.
What about pruning those relationships?
Oh, and that's equally as important. Garden can't grow with weeds all in it.
that's fact.
I like that, yeah.
So yeah, for sure. Very important.
I have to ask, because I have 3 young kids, and a part of me feels like at this point in my life, my time is not my own. It's, I'm raising these 3 kids. So how do you incorporate self-care without feeling selfish or like you're abandoning your other responsibilities?
And I know that thought is the mindset that many of us were taught.
So let's talk about that, because I have a daughter, and I feel that if I'm not, and we just gonna talk about working out, right? If I'm not in a good mental space, right, that it's certain things that I can't teach her. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I can't show her because I'm so boggled down with the emotions or the things that I'm going through in life, that where it's just like, how is that benefiting her? If, some people may say it's selfish, but I think you got to at least have a selfish hour where you're doing something just for yourself.
But it is selfish, and it's okay to be selfish. See, the world don't taught us that bad to be selfish. First off, we're individuals. We have to build ourselves up, right? We have to build a foundation. We got to understand who we are first. We can't, like you said here, pouring into a half empty cup. You have to pour into yourself to pour into others. So if you're coming from a half cup and you pour, guess what your cup gonna be?
Empty.
You got to pour into yourself. That's a selfish act. And selfish don't always mean bad.
Yeah.
You can't do anything for nobody if you can't do it for yourself. You feel me? You can't teach your daughter anything if you don't teach yourself. You feel me? You can't exude positive energy to your daughter if you having bad days every day. You feel me?
Always negative.
You feel me? So you have to do for yourself to do for others. So yeah, you have to find ways. Like I said, you got to prioritize. You got to compartmentalize. You got to find ways to be able to pour into yourself before you can go out and pour into others. So yeah, I agree. Self-care and self-love is a selfish act, and you have to do it.
Because our kids learn from us, So what we teach, we have to learn, and what we learn, we teach. So I think it's okay, and I think it's okay to have that mindset, but it's also okay to do something different if it hasn't worked.
So how do you do it without feeling guilty?
Well, one, you have to focus on if you can't nurture yourself, then how will you know how to nurture from the fullest?
I agree
so
with
many
that.
people wait until they give, and then they're left either depleted or not knowing what's best suited for them. So that's where that self-awareness part of the definition comes in. Just being aware, and it's okay. I think messages sometimes play in our minds and we don't know where they come from. But it's always okay to create a new one.
What are some of the questions you should be asking yourself when it comes to self-care?
Oh, I can tell you. So is there any area of your life that may be unfulfilling? Is there something different or new that you want for yourself? Are you stuck in anywhere? Are you seeing the same pattern or result? I think that's usually a big one where people kind of, open their eyes and say, hey, I want something different. Something that's not resonating with me.
That's true.
And those are good starting points. You can't take on too much.
She owns something.
But those are good starting points.
I ain't gonna lie, feeling stuck, I felt like that in 2016, that where it's just like I'm at this job, I'm not growing, I'm just here.
Right.
And it just and I'm the type of person, I've never been a person that where I just want to exist,
right,
in the world. It's just dang, what am I doing to feel fulfilled?
What do you doing for yourself?
It's just this can't be life, you know what I mean? And at that time, it just was I don't know if everybody feel like this, but it just is dang, I could do more. You feel what I'm saying? It's more that I could be doing. And I think you get to a point that where you just be trying to figure out, what more could I do? What more, you feel what I'm saying? But for me, I'm the type of person, I got this saying, always be learning. I'm the type of person, always want to learn new skills, always want to figure something out, become the best version of myself and not be stagnant.
Right.
So I feel that it's important that you try to find new things to do or try. It's maybe something that you may not like.
Right.
But if you're not trying new things, if you're not doing something different, it's just you existing, you living to die.
And that's what most of the world is just existing. And that all goes back to self-identity, because how could you even figure out what to want to try, what new things to try, if you don't even know who you are? Yeah. So all this stuff, self-awareness, self-love, self-identity, they all go on hand in hand. So like I say, a lot of people just existing because they don't even know who they is. And a lot of their identity is built around their career, their education, stuff they work hard for.
Because that's all that you know.
That's all they know.
That's all you done did for so long.
And they put themselves on the back burner and forgot about self-care and self-love. And then people telling them worrying about yourself is selfish. So they definitely ain't gonna do it now because they don't want to be selfish and they worry about what other people think about them. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I done been there.
Tackle those questions. Give us some practical ways we can actually do self-care.
Absolutely. Well, setting a clear and specific goal. Okay, that's the big thing. Clear, specific, and rewarding yourself for it. It's hard. If we could break habits on our own, we would do it every day, right? So setting a goal, also focusing on that internal. Again, many of us don't realize that our external world is much predicated by what's happening on the inside. So just taking a pause, taking a breather, and deciding, okay, how am I feeling? What do I need to do differently? And incorporating things that will pour into your cup and that will better your life and growth in any area that you want.
Definitely agree with that.
What about, there are times when there are folks around you.
So I agree when she says setting goals, but it's not even about setting goals. Set the goal and hit the goal. Because a lot of us, we set goals, we vision board, we plan out things, but we don't do the things we set out to do.
Say we gonna work out.
So that's why I'm big on completing my tasks.
Right.
I'm big on prioritizing and structuring my day out and doing exactly what I said I'm going to do. And like you say, I see she said here, rewarding yourself on the things you do and the things you accomplish. And for a long time, it took me a while to actually start doing this for myself. I'm just a hard worker. I'm just so used to working, moving forward on the next job, and it took me a while to decide to sit back and take rewards.
Like, what's the point of rewarding yourself? Like the goal for me, the goal ain't accomplished yet. I'm not at this financial level. I haven't got this thing yet. So what am I rewarding myself for?
Because we hitting milestones on the way to our ultimate goal.
Right. So my mindset used to be, even with vacations, like we just took a vacation, and then I didn't know how important it is to just relax. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we just went on that cruise. It was so, like, for me, sitting on side of that boat, falling asleep, waking back up, like, that wasn't, like, I feel good. Like, now when I come back, it's like, okay, I got to get this accomplished. I got to do this. I want to do this. I want to do certain things now.
You got the mental clarity
now. It just like
slowed down.
Right. My life actually slowed down because the phones don't work on the boat.
Right.
So it's just like a lot of different things that just like, oh, okay, I feel much better now. It's like not feeling like life just
Yeah.
And it's just like, now I see the importance of taking a vacation. Like they said, we get boggled down by these certain quotes and certain things like, oh, what you taking a vacation for? You ain't a millionaire yet. What are you doing? You're lazy. This. If you taking a vacation, it's just like, dang, a vacation is important because I always say, whenever I take a vacation, don't come back the same person.
Yeah.
You got to take that vacation, release, have fun, get mental clarity, but you cannot come back the way you left.
No, definitely.
Like, you got to have a different mindset, different goals, more more things that you want to accomplish and things like that.
Facts.
Be so
accepting
of you taking care of yourself. How do you deal with that?
Absolutely. I think all with love. I mean, seriously, a lot of people catch on. You know, when we do something for ourselves, it resonates. And a lot of people, again, you're conditioned or wired to do things. So when you do it, you got to be a leader, got to choose differently. It resonates. And you can do it and still love people that you love and set healthy boundaries. It's possible.
Healthy boundaries.
Healthy boundaries.
That's the thing right there, man. Like, when you're doing stuff for yourself, when you're trying to grow and better yourself, a lot of people don't like that, man. You know, that people, they cheer for you and be happy for you.
I ain't gonna say they don't like it. I just think it's just
people happy when you on the same levels. Then when they see you about to take on or hit another level and leave from where they at.
So change is hard, right? And not everybody can develop healthy habits or have the mindset to do certain things. Because I'm saying it's hard because of life. Like, some people don't have the mental clarity. Some people is boggled down with life. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That life got them so tied up that where they can't even see the things that you're seeing. Right. And some people never even take that step back to even, you know what I mean? So you only know what you know, right?
Right.
So if my mom been negative, my dad been negative, and I grew up in a household that's everybody negative, you take on those certain aspects of life.
I feel like it's a choice because that could have been me. I grew up in a very negative environment, and I didn't take on none of their negative ways. You know, I don't believe you're a product of your environment or a product of your circumstances. I feel like the choice, you can choose to be a product of the environment or the circumstances, but ultimately you have the choice. You know, like I said, I don't really believe in that. You know, I feel like you could be whatever you want to be and do what you want to do.
I agree with that. I definitely feel the choice is yours. I think that a lot of things in life, we attach ourselves to these certain terminologies and things like that, and that limit us. And I'm not a type of person that want to limit myself to anything, because I feel, like I said, I be reading these different books, like my favorite book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And you should never limit yourself. You should always be learning, always trying something new to better yourself. Are you looking to get fit? Join Supreme Fit Fam.
Yeah, man, you know, we can get you in shape, we can get you toned up, help you build muscle, help you feel better about yourself, man. Anything you want to do on your fitness journey, Supreme Fit can do it for you, man.
And right now, for the spring, we offering 20% off if you and a friend join Supreme Fitness. Let's become the best version of ourselves, and let's get Supreme Fit, baby.
Let's get it.
You know, self-care is important, like, you know what I mean? But I saying here, always become the best version of yourself, always be learning, always trying something new, and try not to get stagnant in life.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Anything else you want to close out with?
Oh, man, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Don't be afraid to practice self-love. Don't be afraid to know to want to better yourself and pour into your cup, man. Because self-love is the most important love. Without that, you can't see love and you can't give love.
Facts.
All right, so you got to give it to yourself first to be able to receive it and to give it to others. So yeah, man, like I said, we just on the journey to be better. We're on a journey to be our best selves. And remember, the choice is yours, y'all. You can do anything you put your mind to.